Dennis, where are you currently located? What are you doing and who are you with? You're not working late tonight, are you? I doubt it.
Please respect my space, dear. I'm occupied. And occasionally, I do work late, just so you know. What's bothering you? Why are you so concerned about my activities? Please mind your own business.
There's another colleague at your workplace who has the same shift as you. What's his name? Eric? I had a conversation with his wife, Maria. She's quite pleasant. We should consider having dinner with them sometime. Anyway, I wanted to check what time he typically returns home, so I asked her. She mentioned that he consistently comes home at the same time every day. He hardly ever works overtime. So, if you're not at work, where are you, and what are you up to?
What? Are you monitoring me? Give me a break. You shouldn't be investigating my activities through coworkers' spouses. Do you realize how that looks?
Fine. Then just come home after work as you normally do. You have responsibilities here. Where are you always going when you claim to be working late? Are you having an affair? Gambling? Doing drugs? If you don't share, I have to assume it's something negative.
Ease up. I'm not cheating, gambling, or doing drugs. Relax. I'm out having drinks with my superiors, in case you're wondering. They invited me, and I couldn't refuse, so I'm here. It's fairly typical workplace socializing, so don't worry.
If that's the case, I'm perfectly fine with it. See, it's that simple? Why not just communicate that instead of getting defensive?
Because you're always critical of me, and I don't want to hear it. Give me some space, please. If you didn't do that all the time, I'd be more open about what I'm doing.
I'm critical all the time? I don't think so. I just have concerns about one thing. However, it is true that you don't contribute much around the house. So, I do have something to say on that topic. But it's the only thing.
Well, that irritates me, in case you hadn't noticed. So lay off on that as well.
What? Why? What's so bothersome about it?
Because I'm the man, that's why. Why should I be responsible for household chores? That's your job. That seriously annoys me, to the point where I don't even want to come home.
Hey, both of us work, and we share this home. So, it's only fair that we divide household responsibilities equally, Mr. Caveman. It's the 21st century, after all. This isn't a scene from the past, Dennis.
So what? That doesn't concern me. Who cares about the century? Certainly not me. I have no interest in this century. The previous one was better, in any case.
Well, speaking like that doesn't change anything. It's just an excuse to avoid responsibilities. But it's good to understand where you stand on reality. And the reality is that we need to collaborate and support each other. So don't be selfish, okay? We're supposed to be a team. Wait. Are you going out drinking just to avoid doing housework? Is that what's going on?
Actually, yes. You could say that. You could definitely say that.
Seriously? That's quite absurd, not to mention irresponsible and self-centered. You haven't contributed to household chores for quite some time. The bathrooms need cleaning, and you promised months ago to fix that ceiling fan. I work as hard as you do, but you leave all the housework to me. It's entirely thoughtless and unfair. Do you have nothing to say in your defense? Nothing?
Everything's perfect just the way it is. That's what I say. From now on, you can handle all the housework. How do you like that? I won't be doing any of that stuff anymore. None of it.
Why are you acting like this? You know I make more money than you. I work hard all day every day. And I pay more of our living expenses than you do, too.
Drop it. Next subject, please. I'm not discussing this with you anymore. And I'm also not doing any of that stuff anymore. Deal with it.
Why are you suddenly refusing to do any work around the house? What's this all about? You used to be okay with at least helping me with some of it. Even if it wasn't a 50-50 split, I was okay with that. It's better than nothing, after all.
If you must know, it's because I talked to my mom. She set me straight, and not a moment too soon.
You talked about this subject with her? What did she say?
Yeah. When I told her you've got me doing housework, she was shocked. She said, "Dennis, that's not your job. You're the man and you shouldn't be doing that stuff. The man works and makes the money. That's his job and that's enough. If you're being asked to share those chores, or she's pressuring you to do that stuff around the house, you should just ignore her. Make sure she knows her place." Her telling me that really took a load off my mind. I mean, I really needed to hear that.
Yeah, I bet you did. She really said all that to you? I almost think you're making this up.
I'm not making it up. She was actually pretty upset at what I told her. She even said that if she'd known that you'd be the kind of wife who makes her husband do housework, she wouldn't have let me marry you in the first place.
Wow. That's pretty extreme, don't you think? I mean, even for her. But for her to go that far without even hearing my side of things isn't helpful at all. Maybe I should call her myself.
Don't you dare. I already told her everything she needs to know to judge the situation.
Oh, did you really? Did you tell her that I'm working too?
Of course I did. She knows that already.
Oh, is that so? Did you also tell her that my company makes me do more overtime than yours does? And that you have much more free time than I do? So much so that you're out drinking every day?
No, I didn't tell her that because it doesn't matter.
And how about the fact that we have living expenses? And that I'm paying more of those expenses than you because I make more than you? Did you tell her that?
No, I didn't tell her that irrelevant stuff either.
And how about the fact that you always spend all your money and don't save any of it? And that, even though you and I keep our finances separate, I give you an allowance every month. Did you tell her that, too? Or is that also not relevant to you?
No, I didn't tell her that either. Now, back off.
Oh, of course not. And how about the sweets and other goodies that we send to them? Finding them online and having them delivered to your mom and them. Did you tell her that I'm the one doing all that all the time too?
No, I didn't tell her any of that. What's your point, anyway?
So, basically, you only told her what you wanted to tell her. If you didn't tell her any of that, her opinion isn't valid. Sorry, but she just doesn't have all the information. And that's your fault, not mine.
Enough already. Are you questioning my mother's judgment? Don't even think about disrespecting her.
I'm not disrespecting her or her opinion, so calm down. I'm saying that she doesn't have all the facts because you didn't give them to her. She's only heard one side of things, and that's your side. There's no way she can make a balanced judgment with only that information.
So you are questioning her judgment. You'd better tread lightly now. I trust and believe my mom, and I don't care if you don't. But I won't tolerate you disrespecting her. So watch your mouth.
Okay, I get that. Trusting in your parents' judgment is a good thing. So, next time you talk to your mom about this stuff, make sure to include everything that I said just now, too. Okay? Then she'll have all the information.
Nope. I don't like that. Not one bit.
I don't like that? Really? Listen to yourself. You sound just like a little kid.
Like a kid? Why do you have to belittle me like that? Seriously, what the hell? You've got no respect for me or my family.
Whoa, looks like I struck a nerve. Why are you so upset? All I said was that you need to tell her the whole story. That's all. If you do that, for a change, her opinion might be different. There's only one way to find out.
No, it wouldn't change her mind. Not a chance. Mom is always on my side. Always. You ought to know that by now.
Is that so? She's always on your side, huh? That's kinda disturbing, actually. So, no matter what happens, I'll always be wrong. Is that what you're telling me? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's right. You finally got it right for a change. I'm always right and you're always wrong. So, pay attention to what I tell you from now on because it's the truth. Do that, and things will go a lot more smoothly for you and for this marriage.
Yeah. Don't hold your breath. That's not gonna happen anytime soon.
I told you to lay off, woman. Now my drink's getting warm. I'll be home when I get there. And I expect you to be waiting for me with my slippers and robe at the ready. And I'll be telling my bosses that you're hassling me, too. They won't be surprised.
Why is everything with you always my fault? I can't tell if you're drunk or just more obstinate than usual. Hello? Answer me, damn it. I apologize for going to your folks' place without you. But I had no other option. Your mother requested that I purchase a ham, pies, and other items for the New Year's Eve dinner. I want to fulfill my role as a good daughter-in-law. I'm on my way there now, showing my commitment to getting along with your family. Oh, almost forgot, taking 2 cars would be a hassle. So I'm catching the first train available.
You have the freedom to decide. We're all waiting for your arrival. Now, let me advise you on what to be cautious about at my parents' house. So please listen carefully.
What do you mean by that? I'm almost afraid to ask.
It means exactly what I said, so spare me the sarcasm. Firstly, when I request something, please do it without giving me a hard time.
Meaning what, exactly?
For example, if I tell you to hand me something, you do it and don't give me attitude about it.
Understood. I get it. You want to maintain your alpha male image in front of your family, right? I understand that, so I'll cooperate.
Second, avoid belittling me in front of them at all costs. That will upset Mom, so refrain from it. Save your sarcasm for when we're away from my family.
No sarcasm. Got it. We don't want any arguments on New Year's Eve, so I'll make sure not to say anything that could spark one.
Third, I'm the primary breadwinner, and we rely on my income. Make sure you convey that to everyone. Clear?
Well, hold on a second. Are you asking me to mislead them?
It's not a falsehood, and you know it's not. If I didn't work, we couldn't afford our lifestyle. That's the truth.
Yes, but I contribute more to our living expenses, Dennis. I make more and cover more of our expenses than you do. That's also true.
I understand, but that's not the issue. The undeniable truth is that without my income, we couldn't sustain our current lifestyle. So, I'm not asking you to lie because what I'm saying is factual. Do you grasp that?
All right, it's a bit of a stretch, but I'll go along with it.
Just shut up and go with it. Save the sarcasm, damn it. Mom will be happy to hear you praise me. She loves that. And, who knows, she might even start to like you. Maybe.
Fine, I'll play along, but don't expect me to do this forever.
Fair enough. Now, moving on to the next point.
What? There's more? All right.
Obviously, there's more. This is the last thing, but it's also the most important. So, listen closely. You will say, I may have my faults. But I'm grateful for Dennis. He takes such good care of me. I don't know what I'd do without him. He's my hero every day.
Honestly, this is as far as I can go. Didn't you just tell me not to lie? This one really crosses a line for me, Dennis. It's definitely over the line.
Who cares if you're strong and self-sufficient, anyway? Nobody.
What? Well, I'd think that you would care about that, for one. You, of all people. Yes, you should care about that if you care about me, right?
I'm talking about who in my family would care about that. And I'm saying that none of them do. I guarantee it, in fact.
My being strong and self-sufficient helps you, so they all should care. If they're normal people, that is.
You just don't get it. You're on a totally different page. Just listen and stop contradicting me at every turn. That's the image that my family wants to see, so just give it to them. And everything will be fine. Trust me, they won't like it if you don't.
Really? Do you think that's what they want? I have no idea what to think about all this. This is all extremely bizarre for me, not gonna lie.
They want to see their son doing well and happy. That's what'll make them happy. Trust me on this.
Yeah. Of course. The only problem is, it's not true, and you know it.
Of course, it's true. I'm taking care of business every day. I'm a mover and a shaker. You know it's true. And what are you? You're just leading a quiet life. A nobody.
Why do you insist on insulting me like this? It's like you actually hate me. I work hard, both at my job and at home. I do my best at everything I do.
Whatever. That's all everyday stuff. It means nothing. Anyway, that's how it's gonna go with my folks. Got it? Remember what I said and follow my lead. No improv and no sarcasm.
Yeah. I suddenly feel like you're just belittling me for fun. Is that what you're doing?
I said, just be quiet and follow my lead. Here we go. Get ready.
Okay. If you say so. What's happening here? Why am I being banished to the barn all by myself? What's the reason for this?
Because, Mom, Dad, and I made that decision. It's as simple as that. You couldn't follow my basic instructions. Everyone reached a consensus that you needed to go to the barn. You angered them.
Why? I only spoke the truth. There's no justification for sending me to the barn over that. Something strange is going on with your family. This is incredibly bizarre. What planet are we on?
There's nothing peculiar about it. I told you, this is our way of doing things. I already warned you earlier, didn't I? It was just a few hours ago. You have to be cautious with my family, or there will be consequences. But you couldn't hold your tongue. We all still intend to enjoy New Year's Eve. So you need to stay out here and leave us alone.
So, I'm being singled out and relegated to the barn for the entire night? This is way too much. You've taken this way too far.
Now you understand the consequences of irritating the entire family. Off to the barn, you go. If you had just followed my advice and said nice things about me, you'd be inside with the rest of us, sipping champagne and waiting for the ball to drop in Times Square.
I mean, your mom and dad were like broken records. They only praised you incessantly. And insulted me at every opportunity. It was all lies. Every word of it. Was I supposed to just bite my tongue? I tried to go along with it, but after hours of being roasted and berated by them, continuously ridiculed, I had enough. Do you have any idea how that feels? Do you?
Of course not. I have no clue how that feels. Why should I? You're the outcast, not me. You brought this upon yourself. You came to this house to be ridiculed like this. Do you finally understand?
Every time I tried to tell the truth, even about trivial matters, no one would listen, they all just said, "You're a liar. We don't believe a word you say." Then they'd get even angrier. What's really happening here? Is this some kind of cult?
Isn't it obvious? You acted foolishly, and now you're facing the consequences. You should have just said positive things about me, as I instructed. Why can't you follow directions?
I told you, I can't stand lying. Why am I being punished for simply telling the truth? This whole situation is entirely contrived. It's clearly been planned, and you're all delusional. Delusional.
It's all your fault. Everything. Now, you need to take responsibility for your actions. Examine your own shortcomings and think about how you can improve. That's why you're in the barn.
What on earth are you talking about? Is this real? I'm mentally and psychologically exhausted. It feels like a hallucination. Have I been drugged? Aren't you even slightly concerned about me? I'm your wife, for heaven's sake.
Huh? Not at all. You're exactly where you belong. We're all watching New Year's specials on TV and having fun, just as we should.
You've locked me up like your prisoner in this barn. Can't you help me? I'm your wife, damn it. Please, try to talk to your mom and convince her to let me out.
No, I won't do that. It wouldn't be wise. Mom doesn't negotiate. You have to sit there and reflect on your actions. One night should be enough for that. For your sake, I hope it's only one night.
It's so cold out here. What's the temperature right now? There's no heat in here. I can't endure this for long. I'm going to freeze. Can you at least give me a blanket? The door is bolted from the outside, and I can't leave even if I wanted to. Do you know what this feels like?
You'll have to endure it, Miss Strong and Independent Woman. if you accept your punishment and reflect on your actions. You won't do anything foolish and try to resist again, will you? The most valuable lessons are often the painful ones.
It's easy for you to say because you're not out here in the freezing cold, you jerk. If you were in my shoes, you'd understand how terrible this is. This feels surreal.
Well, that won't be happening anytime soon. I can't handle that kind of cold. I learned that lesson the hard way a long time ago. Such toughness is reserved for women like you in the 21st century.
I'll remember this, I promise.
Say what you want if it makes you feel better. Clearly, everyone here supports my decision, so I'll leave you to your reflection. See you later, Frosty. Hey, where are you? Trying to make me think you got away? Nice try. I know you're in there. Hello? Hello? Why aren't you in the barn where we put you? Damn it, you pain. I came out here to see you shaking with cold and on the verge of tears. So I could laugh at you and see how tough you're feeling now. And you've run away, of course.
You're really a scumbag, you know that, Dennis? I mean, I've always known that you were a bit of a tool. Now you've shown yourself to be such a lowlife that I don't even want to talk to you. You and we're past the point of no return now.
Now what's this all about? What have you gone and done now? Where have you gotten to?
Why do you care? Your sudden concern is kinda hilarious. I broke out of the barn because I couldn't stand the cold. That's all you need to know, Mr. Mama's boy. Give my regards to that insane asylum that you call a family. Neither you nor they will ever see my face again.
Don't you understand why we put you out there in the first place? It was to reflect on your actions. And you haven't done that. Come back here right now and reflect like you're supposed to. You need to learn your lesson just like all of us did. Damn you.
Yeah, that ain't happening. My dad's coming to get me. I won't be going back there, ever.
Huh? Your dad? He's coming?
That's right. And he's pissed off, to put it mildly. Actually, I've never heard him this angry. I called him and he said he'd be here right away. He doesn't waste time or mess around, as you should know.
He's coming here just for you? To pick you up? In the middle of the night on New Year's Eve?
That's right, stupid. See, he just found out that his daughter has been locked up in a freezing barn all night by her in-laws. So, yeah, he's coming over here pedal to the metal right now. Did you expect anything less from him?
No way. I don't believe it.
Yes, way. See, what I never got around to telling you and your mentally unstable family tonight is that I told him he didn't need to do that. And by that, I mean do what he wants to do to you and your psycho family. Which would get real ugly real fast, believe me. So you can thank me for talking him out of that. I told him not to bother. Because I don't want anything to do with you and your freak show of a family anymore anyway.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you saying?
Do you seriously still not get it? Has this chain of events really not made things clear to you? My God, you really are stupid, aren't you?
What? What are you saying? Spit it out. And just who you do think you're talking to? Who are you calling stupid?
Well, you're the only one around, aren't you?
You smart-mouthed little witch. You better not forget all this after we're back home at our place. You really pissed me off on this trip. Don't go thinking that things are gonna be back to normal after this.
Yeah,
Like I said, you really are stupid. Because that'd explain a lot. It really would. I'm gonna make this really simple for you.
What? A divorce? What are you even talking about? You can't be serious.
Good grief. Yes, I'm serious as a heart attack. What did you think was gonna come of all this, you idiot? Locking me up in a barn all night in the middle of winter for no good reason? And all of you warm inside, watching TV and having a good time? Who in their right mind would stay with a man who did that to them? Who allowed that to be done to them? I'd have to be even more insane than you and your family to not divorce you after all that.
Do you know what you're doing right now? What you're saying? Divorce? Really? Seriously? It's not just a simple little thing, you know. It's complicated and takes time and money.
It's a totally normal thing that happens all the time. But I guess you're not aware of that simple fact, either.
yeah,
Like I said before, you really are stupid. And so is your whole family, the lot of you. Stupid and nuts, what a combination. What a joke.
You shut your mouth. You're crossing the line talking about my family like that. Mind your words or you'll regret it.
You freaks locked me in a barn in the freezing cold without a heater. I'll say whatever I want to about you and you can't do a thing about it. You and I are finished, anyway. So let's stop wasting our breath on pointless arguments. I'll mail the divorce papers to you soon. Keep an eye out for them. Just sign them and get them back to my lawyer. Very simple, even you can handle that.
Why do I have to do all that? You do it. It's not my responsibility. I'm not the one making all this necessary. Why would I hassle with all that? It's your idea, not mine.
Fine. I'll take them to my lawyer myself after you sign them. All you have to do is sign them and leave them under your doormat. I'll have someone pick them up there once you've done that extremely simple task. Think you can handle it?
Screw you. In that case, I'll sign when I'm ready. Don't rush me. You're the one who wants the divorce. You can do the work and I'll get around to signing when I'm good and ready. I'm not gonna run errands for you. Or adjust my schedule just because you're a thorn in my side.
Okay. My dad'll be the one who's gonna go get the paperwork from you once you've signed. So, you should probably be well prepared, know what I mean? Make sure you've dotted your I's and crossed your T's. You do remember my dad, right? He's a pretty memorable guy. He can be a bit intimidating.
Yeah. Whatever.
You must remember him. He's a big tall guy, pretty ripped with arms and shoulders like an NFL linebacker. He was a former Marine. You remember him, right? Sure, you do. I recall you were pretty terrified when you first met him. That's at least one thing that you've been right about.
Yeah, I got it. I think I remember him. Fine. I'll sign the papers and get them mailed out to your lawyer. No need to call your dad over here.
You know, it's really hilarious how you're only tough with me and nobody else. You're a real macho man.
Shut your mouth. Just send the stuff over and let's be done with this. I'm sick of you and this whole situation.
Okie-dokie. I'll send them right away, so you do the same and don't waste time. Otherwise, my dad'll have to check up on you. Every day.
Yeah, I got it. Now, leave me alone. Hey. Long time no see.
Sorry. Who is this?
Wow, that's harsh. But not unexpected.
Hey, we split up. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know you. You're a stranger now. So, what do you want?
It's been a long time. Don't be so mean. Can't we be friends?
Yeah,
That's not happening. Friends with you? The guy who let his crazy family lock me in a barn in sub-zero temperatures? That's not a very good joke. It's not even a bad joke, in fact. It's just an insult.
Come on. We used to be husband and wife.
So what? Is that supposed to be persuasive? You're clueless, as always. The breakup was horrible. Don't expect to be friends with me. Actually, I'm doubting your sanity for even talking to me right now. What could you possibly want from me at this late date?
I was wrong about all that stuff back then. I see it now. And I want to sincerely apologize to you. From the bottom of my heart.
It's a little late for that. I mean, clearly. But it's good to see that you're now able to at least apologize to someone. Baby steps are better than no steps. It looks like you've finally grown up. And overcome your mom complex and self-centeredness a little bit.
Geez, you don't need to phrase it like that. It hurts my feelings.
Sorry, but it's the truth, and the truth often hurts. Everything with you was always "Mom said this," or "Mom thinks that." Mom, all the time. It's like she lives in your head and controls you. I wish I could go back in time and say to myself at that time, forget about this guy and all his issues and kick him to the curb. He and his family are trouble.
Wow, you've really changed in 1 year. You're like a different person.
Not at all. I haven't changed one bit. You're the one who needed to change. The difference you're seeing is because I don't need to be nice to you anymore. Since you're just a stranger now. This is how I treat people I don't like and don't care about.
Don't say that. How can you say that? I miss you and I want to reconcile.
Excuse me? What are you even saying? No way is that happening. Not a chance.
Why? I've changed and I know that I can do better by you this time if you'll let me.
I don't know what that even means. But I don't want anything to do with you. We're done, and we have been for a long time now. I mean, it's really weird to suddenly be told this by you, out of the blue. It actually makes me feel a little sick to my stomach, to be honest.
That's a terrible thing to say. Really harsh. Why so hurtful, even after all this time?
It's pretty odd that you're not responding to the things I'm saying the way you used to. Quite odd. Where are all the belittling insults? There must be a reason that you're not saying all those things to me. Right? So, what's on your mind? What do you want?
I just genuinely want to get back together with you. That's all.
nah.
There's more to it, for sure.
I swear there isn't. It's the truth. I just want you back and I'll do what it takes to make it work.
Yeah,
That's not the whole story. No way. Get to the point, please. I have things to do. There's no point in talking about getting back together. If you're not telling me the truth about this. So, I'm gonna block you. Goodbye, again.
Wait. I swear, I really do want to get back with you. It's the truth. But, if possible, I need some financial assistance, too.
Aha. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm almost afraid to ask, but
The truth is that my mom spent all her money. And then she got herself into some pretty heavy debt.
whoa. Really?
Yeah, really. Dad can't pay it all off on his own. And I'm an only child, so it falls on me to take responsibility, but I don't have any savings of my own, so I'm paying on it from my salary every month.
Wow, that's pretty tragic, for sure.
Yeah, it's really rough. And if I'm being totally honest, I'm barely getting by. Having to borrow to live. I even used my bonus to pay off some of it. But I'm at the end of my rope, financially speaking.
Wait. You mean you don't even have enough to get by yourself?
Yeah, it's a messy situation.
Wow, that's serious. I mean, I always knew you struggled with finances. No planning and always just spending without thinking. And now, on top of your own financial struggles, you have to look after your parents' messed up finances, too? You know, I just now finally realized that your own financial challenges must have come from your parents. Alright, I'm satisfied with this scenario. This is what I call just desserts.
It's not a laughing matter. I'm really in trouble. So I'm begging you, please help.
Not a chance. Why are you trying to pass this burden on to me? Once again, you are either naive or delusional. There's not a single reason for me to get involved. Not one.
Don't say that. Please just think of how much I'm dealing with right now. Please. I'm begging you.
Absolutely not. Good luck with all that.
See ya.
I've heard that Dennis is still working to pay off his mother's debt. Predictably, he gradually started to resent her because of it. Nowadays, their conversations are few and far between. It appears he has finally moved past his mom complex. As for myself, I'm currently residing with my parents, who are taking care of me. I have nothing but love and gratitude for them both. To my heroic father, who rescued me on that cold, dark night. And to my mother, who welcomed me home with a delicious home-cooked meal when Dad brought me back from that barn prison. If I ever marry again, I'll make sure he's a good and kind man. And his family isn't a bunch of eccentrics.